Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through the new Abyss Crusade and what units look to be the best. So the first place that we're going to go to is the guide at the bottom. So on the bottom row there's a tab and it says guide on it. We have a look, and the boss skill you can see here. Possessing a lava armor, Infernal Ethereum has his damage taken reduced by 80%. However, he fears an opponent with damage reflection as he takes 300% increased reflect damage. The next one, Infernal Ethereum summons Astral Flames from beyond to attack all 4 enemies, dealing 150% magic damage. And then finally, he unleashes a powerful force, triggering an underground magma eruption, attacking all 4 enemies, dealing 60% magic damage per time. So, he possesses an impenetrable outer armor, significantly reducing the damage taken, but is unable to resist reflect damage. It is recommended to use Doomsdayers and Halissa to counter the Infernal Ethereum. So, what we're going to do first is we're just going to go into same place I go every time one of these quests is on or the event is on, and I'll click on ranking. And what we want to do, we don't want to go in room ranking. Although your the person at the top might have the highest score within your room, it may be that you have players who are achieving higher scores than the one set in your room. It does look like as though Sai has achieved the highest score, and he's used this setup to do it. Now it looks like Halissa is the key, and if we go across all of the other attempts as well, just looks like Halissa is definitely the key to victory on this one. So I'd suggest if you have your copy of Halissa, what you should be doing is you should be adding on different you should be pumping her up as much as possible. So let's go ahead and click on trial, and what I want to do first, I'll waste one of these trials and I just want to see how a full Dooms setup would work. So let's go you and Doris as well, and what we want to do is pop you at the front, so you two at the front, and then we'll put our full Dooms relics in there as well. We'll put shield for extra defense and survivability, and we will put in our attack rune as our attack relic as well for our Dooms. And what we'll do is we'll just see how far we can get on this one, because if it is truly reflect damage that is the key to victory, surely having a full 5 Dooms team should be the way to go. But it may be that you're just not doing enough damage with regards to this, potentially after we build up quite a bit. So we do get the Leviathan trigger, and then we'll start to build up. Yep, there we go. So we get our shield now, which should hopefully help our survivability. As you can see, we are doing some damage to him, but potentially not as much as we would like. And I don't know how long we can sustain this for without healing. So as you can see, there's only one person who heals on the team, and that would be Halissa. Now we are getting some leech healing back as well, so it is something to keep in mind. And every time that we attack, we're increasing our physical defense and magical defense as well. We do get our shield, which looks to be very important in this as well. What I do like about this final Abyss Crusade for every season is typically the unit, the sort of free-to-play unit, or the non-legendary DD unit is the key. So if you have been building her up over the course of the season, you should be in a good spot to get quite a high score on this as well. Everybody should, because everybody should have access to this unit. Which is what I absolutely love about this final one. You know, the previous ones, you required Audrey, you required Leandra, and Narissa in some cases. But in this one, it is just Halissa. So it looks like he's not able to do full damage to us or take us out in one hit, which is good, because what we want to do is we want to survive through to the end and just see what sort of damage numbers we can put up. I do suspect that we won't do nearly as much damage as we would with the other setup that we saw, the one with Atrops, Astrid, Seraphina, you know, etc. Because he only attacks sort of once every round, so that's 15 attacks, 15 potential attacks that you can reflect back at him. Now his reflect rate, our reflect rate is quite high as well, so potentially increasing our reflect rate even more might be a viable option within this. But Dooms is a difficult team to build in best case scenario, especially for free to play players as well. Just because the units required, as you can see, for a proper Dooms setup, you do require sort of the red runes for Doris. You require and at least three other divine or deviant units as well. So it looks like our Madeline isn't going to reach the end of this unless she's able to full heal now, but it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. So I suspect that if we had scales here, that might have helped. But we are going for the attack increase as well. So we get that from the... Yeah, so she didn't make it to the end, unfortunately. It looks like our team really won't make it to the end. So let's go ahead and see what the final score is. So it looks like Doris died as well. Halissa doing the most damage, and we can look, yeah, so 40k. Not as much as it looks like. So what we'll do, we're going to trial, going to clear records, quick deploy, yeah, so Seraphina, Astrid, Catherine, Atrops. We've got no Dooms relics here. We've only got Spear, Shield. I suspect Shield to keep alive. And Knight's Edge as well to help us increase our attack even further. So let's go ahead and jump into this battle and see how much damage we're able to do with this setup over the traditional Dooms setup. So still doing a fair chunk of damage, but we are getting this so we are getting the damage reduction and shielding, as well as the holy shields as well, to sort of counteract this. Plus Seraphina is going to provide that healing. Atrops is going to start to heal as well, which is also means that we're able to, yeah, look at that. So yeah, that's a lot more than we were doing previously, to say the least, with Halissa. Again, he's got 80% damage reduction for every other unit on here, so there's absolutely no way we're gonna be able to do that. So fortunately, we've got our two healers, Catherine already all the way up to full capacity with her attack, and that's thanks to Seraphina. Those two as a combination, both being strikers, both being celestials, really impactful combo. Now we've got our striker synergy as well, between Atrops, between Catherine, and between Seraphina. So that's pumping the entire team's attack up. So this should be, yeah, that's a bigger hit than we saw last time, and even Astrid able to do quite impressive damage numbers as well. So we do get the attack increase from our Knight's Edge, resetting our other relics as well. Fortunately, we get the full heal, and we get the Spear to increase our damage reduction, our shields, HP, and the Blades of Chaos, so that we can, yeah. So Halissa clearly doing the most damage, but rest of the team also putting in some work as well. So that Holy Shield stack saving us. We've just got another sort of one round we need to survive, which hopefully will be quite easy, given that the team that we're running as well. So yep, up to 2,000 million attack. Not the highest I've seen. Not with Halissa, so not the highest I've seen. So That's thanks to the Striker's synergy kicking in, as well as our other healing effects. So what should happen is, on the next round, Knight's Edge should kick off, then followed up by a reset of the cooldown for the Spear and for the Blades of Chaos. So we'll get our defense and shielding back, and then once we've done that, it's another 3 rounds until we can get our Knight's Edge relic activated again. There you go, so Seraphina really keeping us alive all the way through this entire run. Because the boss is only attacking once, and it's only after, before Seraphina's done her healing, we are going up incrementally as well. So increasing our damage little by little. And I mean, even our Catherine there getting over 100 million damage. So quite impactful, but again, the damage reduction from this boss is really the thing that's kicking off. So looks like they're at 114 million health. I'm pretty sure we've done more than that already, but is what it is. We are looking to deal as much damage as we possibly can. So here we go. We've got our shielding back up, able to ignore a lot of the damage just done as well. So very impactful, and this should be the final 2 rounds. So this is the final big swing, and we get 2,175 million, followed up by 2,701 million. So Halissa and Astrid both doing around the same damage as we've seen previously. Again, slowly increasing the attack, but is what it is. So Halissa doing the most, followed up by Astrid. Looks like we did get a damage score of 106,000, so much higher than our previous. It's about 60,000 higher than our previous, which puts us up to 15, and I've still got a couple more trials to go. So if we click on sweep, and what you can do as well, just in case you feel as though you know, the run wasn't very successful, or you feel as though you could get more because you could get more crits in, we'll go ahead and see whether or not that's the case. So we'll go ahead and skip this one. And then, yep, so we did get a slightly higher score this time round, so potentially it is just down to crits. The risk with this is, though, if you do follow this method and go trial every single time, sometimes you are likely to get a bit less of a score as well. It was around the same score for this one. So we'll go for this sweep here, and then as you can see, I've got 24 more trials to go. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use those now. So I've got my place here. Let's go ahead and see where the first 6 trials got us to. So it got us to 4 and it got us to 20, and I'm absolutely fine with that. We still do have 24 more trials to go. I'm not going to use those now, and the reason for that is because we could potentially. So in fact, I will use 1 trial now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to change her runes. So at the moment I've got Halissa down for reflect runes, and the reason that I've got her down for reflect runes is because increases her own reflect rate by 30%, which is what we want, but we're not doing reflect damage here, not really. It might add up, but unlikely. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it to DPS runes. We're going to see whether or not we can go full exclusive DPS runes as well, just because we can. In fact, no, we'll go level 80. So we'll use our Ellie's runes here. So if we pop in, where have you gone? Ah, here we go. Yeah, 1 off for Ellie. So change, and we go to Ellie's runes again. And I just want to see if this currently makes a difference for us. Now, I explained this on a comment previously, got brought up. Should you go for reflect runes for Halissa, or should you go for DPS runes for Halissa? For me personally, if you are below 11 stars for her, so if you've not got that 11 star Halissa up here, then you should go for DPS runes for her. And if you have her up to 11 or 12 stars, you should be going for reflect runes as well. And the reason for that is because every 1% in reflect rate additionally increases attack by 1%, and then every 1% in reflect rate additionally increases attack by 1% as well. So if you have her at 11 or 12 stars, she'll be putting out, if you have reflect runes, she'll be putting out an additional 60% damage over the traditional 40% that you would be getting from DPS runes as well. Right, okay, so what we'll do is we'll go into battle and we'll just see whether or not the DPS runes that we've added have made any difference whatsoever. So let's go ahead and skip. So she did do 86, and we did get a new record, so adding the runes on, it was only sort of an extra 8,000 more damage, but every little will count. So it looks like adding on the DPS runes, if you are struggling to get a higher score in this event, adding your best DPS runes, changing out those runes, might be the way to go for you as well. So just want to say thanks for watching, and if you do have any questions or any queries, please do let me know down below in the comments. You know, it's really fun to read those comments as well, and I do love interacting with you guys. So yeah, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content, be really appreciated. Thanks for watching. You have a good day.